Houston Real Estate Radio.
Thanks for tuning in to Houston Real Estate Radio, where we bring you guests and information that you can use in your next real estate transaction. We were just talking with the Texas Veterans Land Board Commissioner about a recent press release that increased the amount a veteran can borrow for a home loan. They've increased home loans to $417,000 and land loans to $100,000. So it was a great increase for veterans. Such a great benefit for them, the people that are out there really helping us as well. And remember that anything that we talk about on the air, you can find at our website, rrea.com/radio. I want to welcome my next guest to the show. We have joining us Andy Pujol, the founder and leader of the nonprofit organization Building Homes for Heroes. Welcome to the show, and thanks for coming on the air today to share with Houston some of the amazing work that your organization is doing around the country for our veterans.
Thanks so much, Shannon. Happy to be here.
I'm sure we have listeners out there that haven't heard of this organization, and we certainly want to spread the word about it because it is such a great organization. Tell us about Building Homes for Heroes.
Well, I guess most recently we have finished 5 homes in 2011, but the organization's beginning to take off now. And
growing.
We'll gift a minimum 15 homes in 2011 with a goal of 20 homes in 2012 and a goal of 20 homes in 2013 and 20 homes each year thereafter.
Fantastic. That is wonderful. And for those people out there that aren't aware of this organization, they build homes for veterans that are disabled. And the homes that you guys build are just amazing because the work that you're doing, it must mean so much to not only the families, not only the heroes that you're helping, but their families, because you're making war heroes be able to live independent lives and a normal life, even though many are severely handicapped. A lot of them are amputees. And it's just a great way to honor them, to welcome them back and give them a place that they can live and actually function on their own independently.
Oh, yes, absolutely. It lets them know that their community loves them, cares for them, that their country loves them and cares for them. It's the complete opposite of how our military was treated when they returned home from Vietnam. And the gift is so extraordinary. It not only puts huge smiles on their faces, makes their lives that much better, that they're now free of a lot of the financial woes while they're dealing with all these injuries. But the gift is generational. It'll help not only them, their children, their children's children. I think it's a once-in-a-lifetime gift that when you're part of, you're leaving a legacy that's wonderful.
Right. I agree. It's a fantastic legacy to leave. And the homes that you're building, they are for the veterans of today's wars, the men and women coming back from Afghanistan and Iraq. And I think that is so wonderful because I was talking with Colonel Nahas earlier today, and he is a veteran of the Vietnam War, and talked about the lack of support that they got when they returned. And what you're doing as an organization, it just shows how different our country is now than it was after the Vietnam War.
Yeah, absolutely. And the homes we're building, yes, you're right, they are amazing.
What are some of the features that you put in them? Because I know you make them very user-friendly and they're smart homes. Tell us about some of those features that you put in them.
Well, there's a combination depending on need. For a young man who was our nation's first quadruple amputee, we installed stove and kitchen equipment, sinks and the like, even dishes and plates, glasses, where you could actually raise and lower to wheelchair height and raise it. That everything was done from an automation standpoint. If he said lights on, it was even a self-cleaning toilet. So it was that home was spectacular, and you can imagine his needs are beyond anything any of us can imagine.
Right.
But for soldiers that are blind, whether it be music equipment, a lot of them we're finding that they love the internet and they love to listen to music, and they love their man caves or woman caves, and And so we'll accommodate their wishes on an individual basis. And that's one of the many things that I think make what we do exceptional.
Sure,
We're
and
looking at each case.
Yeah, and you have a lot of videos on your website that show people just what you guys do and show some of the veterans going into their homes for the first time, and it's just such a moving experience to watch those. Some of the things that I thought were great things that y'all do. The moving countertops, of course, were great. The blinds that everything's just electric, and the sidewalks that melt ice. That was really amazing.
You're better at this than me, Shannon. Absolutely right. Thanks.
Yeah, those sidewalks
yes,
are just amazing.
Yeah, and we're about to surprise. We just announced 2 new surprises. We actually Skyped a young man who was in Afghanistan on a civilian mission and surprised him. It was just a wonderful celebration. Surprised his wife at an annual golf event. And there's 2 EOD specialists, Special Ops Command guys down in the Panhandle, and the Hurt Locker type role, and both severely injured, and we're about to surprise one of them. So I can't name one of them right now, but there's 5 new announcements coming out.
And you'll have videos on the website when those come out?
Yes, ma'am. We'll have videos on the website.
Now, do you only build new homes, or can they stay in their current home and you just make it more user-friendly for them?
We do 3 things. We build homes from the ground up for those that are most severely injured. We're now being gifted homes from J.P. Morgan Chase, which is outstanding.
Yeah.
And we're going to modify them, make them handicap accessible, meet all the handicap codes where necessary, or just enhance them for the soldiers' needs. And we're modifying homes.
Okay, so you can go in there and just retrofit their house to meet their needs so that their family doesn't have to actually move.
Yes, ma'am. We're actually doing a couple of those right now.
That's fantastic. This organization is no doubt impacting the lives of our heroes. How many volunteers do you have right now volunteering for the organization? And as you answer that, let us know where are all of your headquarters? Because I know y'all have grown. You're not just in New York anymore. So tell us about where you are and how many volunteers you have.
We started in New York. I was in the search and rescue of 9/11 and lost 3 friends. Made a promise to them and their families and to all that lost their lives in that day that I would do something for my country, that I would do something to give back, and I never imagined that it would end up being what it is today, building homes for heroes. But we've recently opened an office in Orlando. We're opening one in Tampa. We hope to open one in San Antonio and Houston. We're looking for more volunteers, supporters, donors, contractors. We're now nearly 4,000 volunteers and supporters, and still only 3 employees.
Wow.
Our rating is 94%, one of the highest ratings in the country. We're doing this for the right reason.
I agree. It sounds great. If our listeners want to be a part of Building Homes for Heroes, how can they donate or volunteer from here in Houston?
Please go to the website, buildinghomesforheroes.org. I want to emphasize buildinghomesforheroes.org, and or you can reach out to the email address, which is on the site, info@buildinghomesforheroes. Again, we're really looking to branch out and replicate this in the Houston area and San Antonio, where we realize the importance. I just met 35 soldiers from Brooke Army Hospital in Vegas, and spent 3 or 4 days speaking with them and talking with them. So anything anyone could do, please step up and volunteer. We need a lot of help.
Well, we have a great realtor community. We have a huge realtor organization here, and we have a lot of great builders and lenders. So I hope that we will be able to generate some funds for you out of the Houston area. And a lot of generous people live out here in Houston as well. How many homes have y'all built so far since the organization began?
Well, I can tell you, in the beginning it was all grassroots effort.
Sure.
It was just, hard knocks. It was, most of the donations came from me personally, and I'm not that wealthy, but it helps sustain the organization. But what I like to show off is that we will gift a minimum 15 homes this year, and the goal is 20 years each year thereafter.
That's fantastic. And the Houston area, you think you'll help any veterans in the Houston area?
I would love to. I need the same type of initiative and leadership that we've taken here in Long Island and New York and Florida. If we could put a team together, and I know there's some guys out there that are looking for the right organization and the right path to help, especially keeping into account or taking into account Memorial Day weekend.
Right, absolutely.
My personal belief is that we have a solemn obligation to all those that sacrifice their lives. This is a great way of combining both that solemn obligation, helping those that are severely injured, and leaving a legacy for our children that is meaningful.
I totally agree. I think that's a great thing for the next generation coming up to see, to see the people that have come before them really stand up and do the right thing and help others and volunteer and support their communities. Thank you for your time today and for the work you're doing through this amazing organization. For more information, you can go to buildinghomesforheroes.org. That's buildinghomesforheroes.org to learn more. We'll be right back here on Houston Real Estate Radio, and we'll be giving away the book Warriors Remember to one of our listeners that called into the show with questions.
Walking down the sidewalk, kicking my feet as I'm moving to the music. Step to the beat, I woke up today, canceled all my plans, and I stepped right outside with my guitar in my hands, and the notes became alive as the sound caressed the air, and I kicked it up a notch as I strolled without a care, 'cause I'm going